And we are live. Surprise live stream. Let's go. We are going to talk about one meal a day and two mad. The pretty much a strategy of using them alternate day like an alternate day OMAD strategy with two mad. Now this method will definitely guarantee weight loss because you're still ingraining the principles of OMAD with the two mad fast. Now, I'm going to explain to you how exactly to do this. I do have a video coming out either tomorrow or it's Monday. It's already been uploaded and everything. I'm not sure what video I'm going to put out tomorrow about how to properly do two mat because I did have a question in the comments about it. And I think it's very important to highlight this alternate way of intermittent fasting or time restricted eating. I would say two mat is more of a form of time restricted eating. Anyway, I'm going to let the chat fill up. But first, my brain's on the Olympia. I am just watching Olympia content right now on my phone, and I'm obsessed with bodybuilding. I've said this plenty of times before, and the bikini girls are on, and holy smokes. I think the standard's going to come back. I think it's close based on the photos between Ashley K and, not Maureen, sorry, and Jennifer Dory. It's really close. I'm just like leaning on my phone right now. And it's just crazy that both Ashley and Jen showed up in green. I was not expecting that from Jen. I was expecting that from Ashley, but I love bodybuilding. And the reason why I love it, it has literally nothing to do with the physical. Obviously, there's a physical benefit to it, but the mental control it takes, it builds character. You have to put yourself up there. And there will be times where you're giving it your all and you will be knocked down. And you have to have the courage to get back up. And that was like Ashley's story for the last couple of years. They kept saying her upper body wasn't big enough. Her upper body wasn't big enough. Her shoulders weren't big enough. And she took that feedback and she made like progress over it. She didn't let it bring her down. She didn't be like, oh, well, the sport is this and that. The sport's changing. I don't get the standard for bikini. You know, it's like all about these muscle mommies now. No, she didn't have that attitude. She went forward, gun for it, and look at her. She's like in the final call out. Again, I hope this is her next Olympia win. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm just really obsessed with the sport because I don't know. I'm passionate about physical activity. I'm passionate about weightlifting. I've always been an athlete my entire life, but like I felt like I missed the mark in terms of getting into a sport. I say this all the time. If I was in the United States, I would probably be a well-developed athlete. Canada sucks when it comes to that. Like track and field, I remember in grade 3, I was so fast that I was beating like people like twice my age. There was potential for me to be like scouted and like rooted. If I had the proper coaching and the proper setup and the proper opportunity, I probably would have been a track star, 100, 200 meters. But unfortunately, my mom ended up in Canada, even though she wanted to be in the United States when she was pregnant with me. But it is what it is. So this brings me to bodybuilding. Like I've always wanted to be an athlete. I always wanted to compete in some kind of way. And definitely bodybuilding's on my radar because I've been told by a number of people that my structure is very unique. I remember my physio said something. He was working on me and he said something about, I don't know what he said. I can't remember, but he said something about like my bone structure on top and how I'm a bit wider. So all of that can transform into an amazing physique because I know my stomach can lean out. Like I didn't think it could lean out, but it can with throughout the, like pop up a before and after photo here. The recent one I just posted on Instagram. I don't know how to use this. Oh, you can use it in a way. Oh, I wish I practiced this before, but I could have put up like a screenshot of one of my before and after photos. I don't know how to use that. I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up. Share screen to see how, oh, okay. You know what? I'm not going to do anything right now. I'll practice this when I'm not live because I don't want to embarrass myself, but I'll just grab a photo right here of my before and after there. Like it's absolutely like I never thought I could get my waist down until I learned the proper protocols to do so. And I know just based on my structure with like my wide back and whatnot, I know I have the potential to be really good at the sport. But it's all about overcoming the one thing I want to overcome, and that is overeating, binge eating. Learning that food is just a source of fuel. Food is not there for emotions. And putting the pressure of me wanting to get into the sport of bodybuilding, I think at the end of the day, it both aligns with my personal journey of wanting to overcome that demon, to show myself like, hey, I can go from morbidly obese to like rocking it on the stage and really sticking to it and being passionate about it. Because I love when I'm at the gym, I'm happy. Unfortunately, I can't go to the gym until a couple of hours because I don't have the car, but it is what it is. Anyway, rambling for a bit. The chat is, I feel, not the chat, but I feel like there's people on the live stream now. So let's talk about why I'm here. All right. OMAD, 1 meal a day, and 2 MAD. How can you use both of these strategies to help yourself lose weight? Now, for me right now, as you guys know, I'm currently doing alternate day OMAD, and it has been very helpful in giving my body enough fuel to get through my workouts and at the same time still being able to fast. I believe when it comes to weight loss, no matter what method you use, you're always going to time restrictive eat. You're always going to reduce your eating window at some capacity. Even when you're doing the normal calorie counting way, you have to restrict your eating window. It's just the easiest way to do it. And I want to be able to use both of these tools in a way to pretty much show you how it can be done. So, for myself, I totally lost my train of thought there. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, alternate day OMAD with 2 MAD. So, OMAD, you guys know how to do it. For those of you who don't know, I'll just go over a quick beginner's basics. You want to fast a minimum of 20 hours a day. And then you want to eat your calories within that 4-hour eating window. That is the OMAD I highly recommend people do, the 24 or more method, because it teaches you portion control. I've lost the majority of my weight with 24 or more OMAD, and then I was advised to try 23-1 intermittent fasting, and I don't think that is the best method for someone who struggles with food addiction and BED, someone who's always turned to food for all their lives. It's not the best method, but this was coming from a person who doesn't believe in that. So let's digress from that. It just doesn't make sense because it makes you chase that feeling of being full when weight loss success and being able to maintain your weight comes from eating in a way that you're not stuffing yourself to a point of physical illness. And that's what we do. That's how a lot of people balloon to multiple weights. Some people, maybe their issue may be with liquid drinks. Maybe they're not super full, but they're drinking a lot of juice. They're drinking a lot of soda. They're drinking a lot of things like that. Yeah, that's obviously liquid calories through sugar is definitely going to make you gain weight like that. But for a lot of us, we strive for that feeling of being full to take our mind off of things out of boredom or what have you. So I like the 24 or more method like that. Break your fast, eat a small sized meal, 300 to 400 calories for women, men, 500 to 600 calories. Because I always say, like, everyone will lose weight based on the gender thing here, because men obviously burn more calories than women. Men are obviously more metabolically active than women, because it's just the reality of life. They're, bigger bone density, more muscle. It is, well, most men. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Especially bigger men, men with height and all of that. Height is another thing that plays into stuff too, like taller men, obviously. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. I always say the calorie number to start off with. You are guaranteed to lose weight on 1,200 calories as a woman. You're guaranteed to lose weight on 1,800 calories as a man. That's just going to happen. So that's why I say 5 to 600 for men, 4 to 300 for women for one meal. And then you get satisfied off that meal, keep yourself busy. You don't want to be sitting around waiting for that next meal. And then you have the rest of your calories in like small size meals, because that's the best way to learn how to properly eat, is to eat in small sizes. It's to portion control. And that's how you do it. During the day while you are fasting, you are basically having black coffee. You are having your electrolyte drinks. It's important to take sodium and potassium because you need the electrolytes. Because as you're doing OMAD, you'll drop tons of water. The process of losing a weight is just a hydraulic process. Like, I believe the destruction, or not the destruction, but the metabolism of fat cells is a process of hydrolysis. It involves water. So you're dumping tons of water. When you're dumping tons of water, you're dumping electrolytes, and you need to make sure you have your electrolytes because it allows you to adhere, which means to easily stick to the diet better. You get less symptoms. You don't get things like leg cramps. You don't get headaches when you take your electrolytes. And that could be the form of sodium, potassium. Pickle juice is a great one. I love pickle juice. Go to Costco, buy a big bag of pickles. Make sure the pickles are the garlic pickles and not the jerkin pickles, because the jerkin pickles have sugar in it. Any pickle that doesn't have a lot of crap in it. And then drink that juice and have some pickles. Well, you can't drink while you're fasting, obviously, but pickle juice is really good. Apple cider vinegar, all those hacks I've mentioned before. Exercise. Now, doing the 24 more method, you can either exercise in the 4-hour eating window, or you can exercise just before it. The choice is yours. I personally exercised fasted when I did it, but now I'm at a different point in my journey that if I were to do the 24 more, it's best, because the last OMAD I did, it killed me. I basically fasted for 21, 22 hours. And when it was 20 hours into my fast, I decided to go to the gym. Now, that method would have worked out with old Daniela, old Daniela with less muscle, building, repairing Daniela. Right now, I'm working out every 48 hours. I'm trying to build tons of muscle right now, even though I have muscle, but apparently I need to build more strength because of my injuries. That Daniela, my current state, does not allow for that. So what I should have done, what happened that day is I went to the gym. I nearly died. My metabolism just went through the roof, and I was so hungry. I ended up eating at maintenance that day, and the scale actually went down. So I was like, whoa, okay, good. Things are moving in the right direction. But in my situation right now, it's easier to eat a small meal, then go to the gym, and then eat the rest of my calories that way. Now, today I'm eating regularly. I'm only 300 calories on the day. It's 2:00 because I'm waiting to go to the gym. A good rule of thumb is eating every 3 hours when you're doing the full day of eating. Anyway, I'm talking about my journey right now. Let's get back to the topic at hand. So yeah, now let's talk about the 2MAD. This is the key part. So with 2MAD, when you're doing 2MAD, you can do this as a strategy of doing an alternate day OMAD with a 2MAD, OMAD, back and forth. To do it this way, now to lose weight on 2MAD, this is what you need to do. Listen up carefully. You want to eat as early as possible in the morning, as soon as you get up. You don't have to rush to eat, but the first thing you should do, get dressed, have a shower, brush your teeth, do the whole lot. And then what you want to do is make breakfast. You're going to eat between 300 to 400 calories for women, 500 to 600 calories for men, or play it out yourself. These, when I throw out calories, this is the basis. Everyone's going to lose weight on a different amount of calories. I just say start off like this, weigh yourself daily, and then see how things play out, if you know what I'm saying. But that's just the starting rule for anybody. Especially if you're overweight and obese, because again, the fat on your body is a source of calories. So one thing I can't stand is when people are they're on a weight loss journey and they're obese. They're I'm afraid I'm not eating enough calories. This stupid fear of not eating enough calorie fear is the reason why people don't lose weight and they still are obese. Stop this stupid fear of not eating enough calories. You have calories on your body. You want to use the calorie on your body. That's the key. That's how you lose weight. You want to, shrink those fat cells. You don't actually burn fat cells. They actually shrink. You want to shrink those fat cells. So I hate when people are worried about that. Don't worry about that nonsense until you are, at a better body weight, until you're at least out of the obesity category or what have you. But you want to eat first thing in the morning and then be done. Then 10 to 12 hours later. So let's say you wake up at 6:00. You eat at 7, your meal's done at 7. Then you want to eat probably at 5:00 p.m. to 7:00 p.m. At least get in a nice 10-hour eating window between. You fast in between and then weigh yourself. Weigh yourself right before you break your fast in the evening, your 10-hour fast, and watch what the scale does. If you do this correctly and you eat within that calorie range, you will burn out those calories throughout the day, and you will see a result on the scale. I've done it a few times when I was doing 2MAD, but I'm at the point where I have to eat all day because of the muscles I'm building. But even when I am eating all day, like today, I'm still fasting to around 12 o'clock. I'm still doing 17 to 18 hour fast. I'm just opening up my eating window a little wider. I love time restricted eating for that. It's just the best tool. And I've talked about this before. I've talked to people who are, naturally thin or who haven't had problems with gaining weight. And I was talking to a girl and I was telling her, yeah, I was losing weight in a non-orthodox way. I was doing it through one meal a day. And she looked at me and she's like, well, I do that. She's like, you just eat later in the day. She's like, I naturally do that. She's like, I do that all the time. And she's naturally fit. She's not underweight or anything. She's at a good weight. She looks great. She can put on a bikini and she's good to go. Like, that is what a lot of people do. Like, they, not a lot of people, but people who are thin, they're not eating throughout the day. And if they are, it's really small size meals. But I think the key to weight loss is time restricted eating because it forces you in a calorie deficit. Now, don't get me wrong. Every tool I throw out there the underlying principle is being in a calorie deficit. Metabolic switching, of course. You want to be in a calorie deficit when you do the metabolic switch. You can do a metabolic switch, meaning like you can fast, you can be on keto. Let's say I do a 3-day fast, and then after doing my 3-day fast, I eat all day, but keto style. You're still, and I'm eating a lot of calories, like above maintenance, you'll still put on weight. Because at the end of the day, it is a calorie gain, and you throw in the metabolic switching to help enhance that calorie gain. Because you'll come to a point where you might plateau. That's when you switch around your macros and what have you. Anyway, I'm going to look at the chat. I hope that made sense. So yeah, just let me reiterate what I said because I want to make sure I get this point across. So number 1, do OMAD one day, do it normally, fast for 20 hours, do your thing. 2MAD, you want to eat first thing in the morning, wait 10 hours after your next meal, weigh yourself and do your typical OMAD thing. So try it out, you'll lose weight. And another thing I want to point out, for those of you who want, this is actually that's what I wanted to say, but I got caught up with all the bodybuilding stuff. Hang on. Okay, for those of you who have been doing keto OMAD and you want to transition off of keto, this is a great segue to do so because you can do it in a way that incrementally introduces, hello brain, carbs. So do it this way with 2MAD. In the morning, we are more insulin sensitive. Therefore, in the morning, we will burn carbs better when we have it first thing in the morning. This is something I've learned from Fasting Like a Girl. Mindy Pell, she talks about the whole hormonal cycle. We're more insulin sensitive. So in the morning, it's best to get in your carbs. So for people who want to reintroduce carbs into their diet after doing keto for so long, I think a safe method of doing it is do a 2MAD. Have your carbs during your 2MAD meal first thing in the morning. So, and you want to have carbs that are not so processed. You don't want to have things like donuts. You don't want to have things like fries and stuff unless you make them yourself, like air fried potatoes. You want to have normal carbs. And when I say normal carbs, whole food carbs, rice, keto breads or breads in general, depending on where you're at. You want to have like a healthy carb source. Another rule of thumb when you're transitioning off of keto and trying to introduce carbs again, you just want to eat more of the carbs you're eating on keto. So if you're eating keto bread, just have more of it until you get yourself out of that 50 gram of carbohydrate range. But anyway, I digress. Going back, for those of you who want to like transition off, this is a safe way to do it. Have your carbs in the morning. Have your carbs in that morning meal, and then evening go keto. And then see how you get used to it and you adapt. Because the transition off of keto should be slow. And the reason why people mess up is because like anyone who's done keto, I follow a few keto weight loss YouTubers. They always go to a point where they gain weight because they had a bunch of carbs. That means you're not really keto. The only people I feel that have stuck to keto are the people who have to do it out of necessity. And these are the people who are like really ill, whether they have seizures, whether they have an autoimmune disease or anything like that. Someone like Michaela Peterson, for example, she's definitely stuck to keto carnivore for years because she has to. Because if she has one thing off her diet, she gets a visceral reaction. So I feel like that's like there's only few people in this world who's actually been strict with keto. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, do it that way. Do it that way for a couple of weeks and see how your body reacts. I think that's a great self-check system to transition yourself off of keto. Instead of just introducing carbs and feeling like you have no control and you get that carb rebound because you haven't had it in so long. Your body's like, this is such an easier way of losing, of fuel. It is. Carbohydrates is a better source of fuel. It's a quicker source of fuel for our body. But for someone who's losing weight, we don't want to be using that quick source of fuel. We want to be using the fuel on our body because that's the point for weight loss. We want the fuel on our body to be used so we lose the weight and get healthier and eliminate all of those diseases and stuff that gets in the way. Wow, I was talking for 20 minutes without checking the chat. Sorry, guys. Hey, Still I Rise. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here. I appreciate you so much. Always commenting, always being here. And I love your name because it reminds me of me rising every time I fall. Oh, hey, welcome. Smiles. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here. Hello, happy Saturday, Daniela, and everyone in the chat room. Yes, happy Saturday, everybody. I love ADF. I'm happy I found your channel. You're so different, disciplined, and very rare. Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Alex. Sorry, it's my son. What do you want to do? Just go. It's fine. You want to say hi? Hi. They only just saw hair. Can I pick you up?
No.
Let me pick you up. Okay. Well, now they can. Oh, he's gone. Oh my God. So yeah. Oh, sorry. I just got distracted. I love ADF. I'm happy I found your channel. You're so disciplined and very rare. Well, thank you. Thank you. I knew when I started my weight loss journey that I needed to adapt habits that will change me. It wasn't just about following a diet. It was about transforming habits. And one of the habits or mental characteristics I really wanted to develop because I didn't have any of it was discipline. I wanted to work on my discipline and I told myself I was going to do it because discipline was my weakness. And through your weakness, you find your strongest points. So thanks for that. It means a lot. I try my best. I still struggle with it to this very day. But like I say, struggle forward, struggle forward. And another thing, I saw something on Instagram today that so many people quit as soon as it gets hard. And you have to know that when it gets hard in your journey or anything in life, when you hang on tight and you keep moving forward through that pain gets transformed into your power. Because on the other side of that pain is a feeling of triumph because you get to that other side and you start conquering things you never conquered before. And then you reach another level of personal evolution. So don't give up when it gets hard. That's why people never succeed because as soon as it gets hard, they quit. Or they hang in there through the several hards and then self-doubt comes in. They doubt themselves and then they rebound. It's like all of this comes down to building the mental characteristics to get you through, building that resilience, building that determination, giving yourself every reason to succeed, telling yourself that no matter what, you will not give up on yourself. The only focus that you have is getting results in transforming through that. You have to have that mindset of steel because it's not easy to change. But once that change happens, it becomes your new norm. And then it becomes easy because it's your new norm. I hope that makes sense. I make my own. Oh, cool. I make my own pickles by putting sliced organic cucumbers, apple cider vinegar, Himalayan pink salt in a mason jar and put it in the refrigerator. How long do you do that for? That's really cool. I want to know. I want to make my own pickles. That's super cool. Yeah. So how long do you put it in the refrigerator for? Hey, Wellness with Hugo Mama. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here. Happy Saturday. Yes, happy Saturday to you. It's so lovely having you here. I love your energy, love your vibes, love everything about you, girl. You are absolutely a star. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, sorry, an unannounced live stream. I wanted to go live yesterday, and I couldn't. And then I uploaded a video randomly, and then I feel like going live today. I just feel like chatting. I had a mental goal in mind. I was like, I want to do a live every day in November. It doesn't work. At least if I can just drop a video every day, it would be nice, which is what I'm working on. I already have one video ready to go, but it's not the video I want. So I'll probably go edit another video because I kind of want to do sit down video vlog. But if I can't edit the vlog, I'll just, put out another video of the video I was going to talk about. And that video is a 2MAD video, how to properly do 2MAD. Because I think 2MAD is a great tool, can be a great tool for someone on their weight loss journey, a great tool for someone who tried OMAD, maybe struggling a bit, maybe a transition tool to get them back into OMAD. I do love 2MAD. 2MAD gives you more energy during the day. You can work out right after your 2MAD, which I highly recommend. Have the meal and then work out. Doing it the other way around, for me personally, when I was doing it, I find it was really hard to control the amount I ate. So I thought, like, when I'm in a state of calm and like waking up, I can be like, okay, I'm just eating this many calories and then go ahead. Speaking of which, I got to eat at 3. Yeah, I'm doing a thing right now. I think a key, so I'm doing like a normal looking diet today. Again, I'm doing alternate day OMAD. Tomorrow will be an OMAD day, or should I do a 2MAD day? Because the last time I did an OMAD day, my muscles went crazy. I wonder, maybe I'll do a 2MAD day. Why not? Why not? Maybe I will, because I want to do some cardio. I'm trying to push my body back to where it was when I was doing cardio pretty much 5 to 6 days out of the week, plus walking my dog. I'm trying to get there, but I have to be careful because I am mangled, but I'm getting better. Slowly but surely, I'm getting stronger with the help of everybody helping me out. But maybe I'll do a 2MAD. Oh, yes, it would be perfect to do a 2MAD. I think I will, because I have to work out tomorrow morning. We'll do a 2MAD. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm going to do a 2MAD. Sorry. I let them stay in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. Okay. Before devouring them. That's cool. I'm going to try that because I'm a big advocate of making, if you can do it yourself, why not do it? Because then you know the sources of what you made. Like, it's yours, there's no lab accidents. What do you call it? Industrial accidents, with the food plant, like some chemical gets involved, or not chemical, but I don't know, some outbreak of salmonella or something. You don't get that with pickles, but you get that with meat. But you know what's in it. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what's in it. So if you make it yourself, that's the easiest way to do it. I'm going to talk about something that just came to my mind. A lot of people were asking me how to get in enough protein while I'm doing OMAD. This is key, and I kind of wish I did this when I was doing OMAD every day. I just found the key is protein powder. Whey protein powder, casein protein powder, which I have to go pick up at my post office because I got it from Amazon. But protein powder is your friend. Sorry, I'm coming back. I went to the supplement store close to my gym and I got this protein powder. Can you look at the calories on that? It's amazing. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, it is Canadian. I don't know if this is in the States, but the taste of this is so freaking good. But the calories are low, 27 grams of protein. 2 scoops of these will be 224 calories. Can we get the lighting back here? What's going on? Now it just got dark. Oh, okay. We'll just move that over. Okay. But protein powder is a great way to help you get in enough protein. I think it's an important supplement. I've been struggling with getting in enough protein because I'm aiming for 171 grams of protein per day. And the best way to do it while in a calorie deficit is getting something like whey. This is a pure whey isolate protein. Best way to do it. So the difference between whey, I feel like I'm saying the other one wrong. I always mispronounce things. Thank God. Pretty sure it's casein. Am I saying it wrong? Probably. English, man, English. How do I say it? Pronounce. Usually you give me a pronounce thing. Pronounce. I'm pretty sure it's casein. Yeah, casein. Yeah, it is. So the difference between whey protein and casein protein, which I don't have right now, I got to go pick up. Casein protein takes longer to digest, keeps you full longer. That is a great tool to use while eating one meal a day. Or if you're doing a TUMAD, very good for a TUMAD, casein is a good protein to have post-workout. Whey is a good protein to have post-workout too, or pre-workout, because it digests quickly. But I think it's key to get protein powders. Find a protein powder you like. Thank God I like this. The taste of this is amazing, and there's 10 billion tastes. I just went vanilla. I want to try their chocolate, their cookie dough, but it just helps when you're in a calorie deficit because it's a pure form of protein, and it helps you get your protein numbers up. So that's a big tip for anyone who's struggling with getting enough protein on their diet. Another thing I want to mention about dieting is that it's important to have a deadline. I made this mistake. I'm on my weight loss journey. I got really excited and I just kept going and going and going. And it's important to I did take a couple diet breaks in between, but it's important to just take a break. I think the recommended amount by the scientists, I think they say about 8 to 12 weeks. What's 12 weeks? That's a month. That's 3 months. Oh yeah, 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. Like 8 to 12 weeks is more than enough time to get in enough for a diet. And I think after 8 to 12 weeks, after you are dieting that much, you should go into a maintenance phase, whether it be for like a good couple weeks or a month. I think it's important to do that on your journey just to avoid the risk of rebounding. And it's really important to learn how to maintain your weight loss, right? Maintenance is everything. Like maintaining your weight loss is key because you have to learn how to do both. You have to learn how to lose weight. You have to learn how to maintain weight because we want to be able to keep this weight off. But honestly, the habits that you develop on your weight loss journey will transform into your maintenance journey. The only difference between your weight loss journey and your maintenance journey is the amount of calories you're eating. The leaner you get, the more you get to eat. And the more you get to eat, only if you're exercising too. You want to have a very frequent physical activity to do. So, oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So you want to have a very physical activity you do frequently. Having a healthy and active lifestyle is key. You don't want to think of exercise as a tool for only weight loss. It's not. It's a tool for overall health. So once you get down there, you want to keep your habits. Maybe get into jujitsu or get into a Zumba class or a dance class. Or for me, getting into bodybuilding. That's my thing, working on my physique. Eventually after bodybuilding, maybe it'll be something else, or maybe I'll just fall in love with bodybuilding because I really want to run a marathon. I also really want to do a triathlon. I do enjoy swimming. I want to do things. I always want to set goals for myself. Now, your goals don't have to be as extreme as mine, but it could be as walking every day for 30 minutes or on your treadmill or doing a Peloton or I don't know, something that will keep you active as often, because the reason why people gain weight is because they stop doing everything that got them to their weight off. They think I lost the weight. I don't have to do anything anymore. No, you still have to self-check yourself. I think weighing yourself daily is key. Keeping track of your nutrition somehow is key. Those are two key things in order to lose weight and to keep it off. So, yes. I'm just looking at the chat. Oh, wow. I want to try that too. Yummy cucumbers. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Didn't realize it was easy to make pickles. Thanks for that. Me either. I didn't realize that either. Thank you for sharing. Sorry. Getting in enough protein in on my refeed day makes fasting so smooth. That makes sense too. You can also do it that way. That is a good way to do it as well. Definitely. Because you're doing ADF, I believe. So yeah, that also helps for sure. Still All Right says you're welcome. Yes. So yeah, no. But I did talk about the whole protein thing. Again, when it comes to keto OMAD, you don't have to worry about the protein. You're in a different metabolic switch there. You don't have to worry about it. But I can go on with when it comes to macros and stuff. But when it comes to weight loss, just focus on the calories. You only want to start manipulating macros when you hit a wall, when the scale's not going down, when you've plateaued. that's when you want to maybe start playing around with macros if your calories aren't low enough. Like, let's say you start off at 1,200 calories and you somehow hit a wall, which you shouldn't. But if you do hit a wall, manipulate your macros. For someone who may start their weight loss journey at a higher calorie amount, bring it down. I think it's easier to lose weight when you start with a lower calorie number and then work your way up. That's what I did. I started off with real OMAD, 23-1, where I was eating, I think the lowest calorie day I had was 600. This is keto OMAD, so it crushes your hunger. Plus, I was obese. So my body was just using the fat on my body for fuel. But like when I was doing keto OMAD or like 23-1 OMAD, the lowest I went was like 6 to 8 a few days. But then like the next day I would do 12, 11, 12. I would stay around there. But yeah, I started low, worked my way to 12, and, you know, when on a really active day, I think my max, like learning throughout this journey with like documenting everything, having my weight log, writing everything down, I'm learning that the max amount of calories that I can lose weight at this state is 1,500. Like I can get away with 1,500 calories, it'll be fine. Actually, it's a lie. I got away with 1,700 the other day, but that depends how active I am. But like doing all these things allows you to get to know yourself better. It allows you to get to know your body better. Just keeping track of everything. If people don't want to do it because they think it's too much work, is it too much work? Is it too much work to put in the effort to change? Or is it too much work to stay the same? Because the work's going to happen either way. Staying the same is not fun. Being insecure about your body is not fun. Dealing with health issues is not fun. It takes work to do that. Or do you want to put in the work that will eliminate those health issues, boost your self-confidence because you're confident in your body and you don't feel like hiding it or feeling anxiety when you go out? You know, like people use a lot of things for excuses. Like at the end of the day, the focus should be health. Don't worry about loose skin. I had someone comment in my video about my jump roping, about my boobs, and they were worried about like saggy boobs. Why are you worried about this stuff? Why are you worried about this stuff? Your worry should be losing weight. You know, I'm genetically gifted, so these girls don't go down. That's a different story, but sorry, I'm making myself laugh. But like, don't worry about stupid stuff like that. Don't worry about losing your boobs, okay? Don't worry about loose skin. All of that will sort itself out. And if it doesn't, would you rather have the alternative? Would you rather have that skin filled up and being unhealthy? You know, being not confident. Don't worry about that stuff. People stress about the dumbest things when it comes to weight loss and worry about like all these things. Like, would you rather have loose skin or would you rather be where you're at right now at an obese BMI, really insecure about your body? Don't worry about that stuff. You know, I tell myself that too. I'm not worried about loose skin at all because I'm noticing there's this woman, she's an IFBB pro. Her name's in a day. She got into the Olympia this year. She's a mother. Now, she's never been big, but she's had 2 babies. And the way she got her pro card was really quick. And she's on the team with Daraja Hill, if you guys know. Well, anyway, I'll stop naming all these people. She had 2 babies. And obviously, when you have kids, you will get loose skin. She's on that Olympia stage right now, and I saw her stomach, and her skin has tightened up. If you look really, really closely, you can kind of see the stretch marks and stuff, but you can't really tell. When you get lean and you tighten up, eventually the skin will change and your body gets used to that, and it kind of like tightens up. So don't worry about that stuff, you know? Don't worry about it. Like, focus on the task at hand, and that is your health. I'm gonna look at the chat. All right. Well then, I don't know what else to talk about unless you guys have any questions. But I've been working away on YouTube all this morning, and I think I need to take a break. But I'm still determined to figure this YouTube thing out. I'm starting to. Trying to do more sit-down videos, more talking videos, because that seems to be the thing that seems to be what the majority of people like. I do enjoy vlogs, so I will be doing vlogs. Vlogs are fun. I personally like vlogs, especially when I'm on a weight loss journey. To see someone else doing it, I love vlogs. But anyway, I hope you found value in this live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Go check out my latest video. Yes, I uploaded a video 2 hours ago. I don't even know what the video's titled. I'm doing too much. Like, my brain can't handle everything. What am I? Oh, yeah, that one. I don't want to hear myself talk. No. It says I'm live. That's funny. Anyway, it's titled The Best. Duh, I'm live. The best and worst diets for weight loss I use to lose over 110 pounds. So it's a good video because I go over every diet I use and I rank the diets based on adherence. I start from worst and I go to best. I also rank the diets based on scale results. And it may surprise you. It's not, everyone thinks OMAD's number one. It's like 23-1 OMAD. It's not. It's not. So go check out the video, and it's just alternative ways to lose weight. Listen, you can lose weight with any method as long as you're staying consistently in a calorie deficit and you're seeing that scale go down. If the calorie deficit isn't working, throw in the metabolic switch, which will work for a lot of people. Go into keto, maybe throw in some fasting days, do alternate day fasting, OMAD, just there are so many tools in this weight loss kit that it can be done, because it is difficult to lose weight these days. And don't let anyone make you think that the calories you're eating are too low or anything like that. I hated that feedback because that feedback just gave me anxiety and it caused me to eat more. As long as you're getting results in the scale, make sure that's all that counts. And also, that's what I wanted to mention. Make sure as you're losing weight, I have some here and I got to take one now. Make sure you are supplementing yourself. Fish oils are great because when you cut your calories, macronutrient groups are going to be sacrificed. And I noticed with me doing non-keto, fats are getting sacrificed. And I don't like that because fats are very important for hormonal health. I'm trying to get 50 grams of fat per day. There are some days I hit 40. I wasn't happy about it. So taking supplements like omega-3s, vitamin D, and a multivitamin is key. Make sure you're doing that. Fats, you don't have to worry about that on keto. You just have, keto's good for all of that. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you guys tomorrow for either a vlog or a 2-man video. We'll see. Take care. Bye. I didn't end the stream. Ha! I still didn't end the stream. That's awesome. Love you guys.